for a fact, many people that are having sex are not using condoms. If in a relationship, you may start out using condoms, but as the relationship grows and develops, we tend to use less condoms until eventually we're not using one at all. Many people seem to be more concerned about an unplanned pregnancy than contracting an STI. I'm going to describe some options available to you as to when you should use birth control or contraception and when you should get tested. These are not necessarily my suggestions, but these are realistic options you may need to consider. If you are what we call casually having sex with someone, you should use a barrier every time you have sex. Folks that are able to give birth should use some form of birth control as a backup method. This way, you are preventing the contraction of an STI and you're preventing an unplanned pregnancy. This is why you should never shoot videos in natural daylight when the sun is setting, because you get different hues like every 2 seconds. See what I mean? As a precaution, you should get tested before having sex with a new or different partner. This is just to ensure that you are sexually healthy and less likely to pass on an infection to someone else. If you are in the beginning stages of a relationship and you feel you can trust your partner is being monogamous, in other words, you trust that they are being faithful and not having sex with someone outside of the relationship, you should use a barrier every time you have sex and some type of birth control as a backup method. Get tested in intervals like every 2 months, every 3 months, whatever you choose. Do not have sex with anyone else without getting tested first. You can also take advantage of the yearly gynecological exam and have your OBGYN test for STDs during your annual exam. If you are in a so-called monogamous relationship and you are cheating, I'm talking to the cheaters right now, you need to use a barrier every time you have sex and a backup birth control method and get tested regularly. This protects you, the cheater, and your primary partner. There are people in monogamous relationships that are loyal and faithful but have contracted an STI because their partners are cheating. If you are having sex with someone that is not considered your long-term committed partner, but they're the only ones you're having sex with and you don't want to use a condom, agree to have sex under specific terms, such as getting tested now and have proof that you are healthy and have not been diagnosed with an STI. Agree to get tested in intervals, be that every month, every other month, etc. Yet when you meet back up, show your results. And agree to only have sex when results are negative. If the partner stalls or has some excuse as to why they cannot show you results or get tested, do not have sex. Just straight up tell them, no papers, no pleasure. The only way this will work is if you actively and continuously discuss your plan to maintain optimum sexual health. You can also use this same strategy if you are in a long-term committed relationship and you don't want to use a condom. Now, for people who are having threesomes or group sex, you too have the option of using a barrier. You have the advantage of using a male condom or a female condom. For example, if there's one penis and 2 vaginas, each vagina can use a female condom and the penis doesn't have to use a barrier at all. If each vagina uses a female condom, everyone is protected. The penis can go from one vagina to the next without transferring fluid, greatly reducing the chances of all genitalia contracting an STI or passing on an infection. However, if there's more than one penis in the group sex, this method may not be as effective if a penis has an infection. So if it's a threesome that includes one vagina and 2 penises, each penis should wear a condom. This way, all genitalia are protected. If you are having group sex and not using a condom, at least agree to get tested before having sex. And only agree to have sex if all results are negative and none of the participants show positive for an STI. This greatly reduces the chances of anyone contracting an STI or passing an infection on to one of the other participants. In any case, If a partner wants to have condomless sex, they need to be able to prove their negative status. And the more condomless sex they want to have, the more they have to prove that they are healthy and have not been diagnosed with an STI. Of course, using a barrier, contraceptive, and a birth control method greatly reduces your chances of contracting an STI or an unplanned pregnancy even more. I am an educator, and although my videos may come across as opinionated, my first duty and priority is to provide you with information. And the reality is, everyone having sex is not using a condom. But we all need to protect ourselves and each other. Each option that I have provided is doing that in some way and reduces your chances of getting sick, getting someone else sick, or bringing a child into a very unprepared situation. If you are concerned about the affordability of testing, contact your local public health facility. Many cities and counties offer free and or anonymous HIV and STD testing. Some also offer what they call a sliding scale fee, which is a fee based on your ability to pay. Some clinics charge a flat rate for certain types of testing. For more information about how to discuss sexual health with your sexual partner, visit erisllc.org. Always remember, no papers, no pleasure, and only the negatives get the nasty.